Alright, welcome back to more Hexen. Hey, Perfection. So what I learned yesterday is my memory of Hexen is fuzzy just fuzzy enough to be dangerous. But I also learned something important in that the message that you get that is supposed to signify the secret level opening, that says Stone's Grind on the 7 portals, is actually only one half of the requirement to open the secret level, which makes it really confusing if you didn't do the other half first, which I didn't do the other half first, which is because I blatantly forgot to do something because I got distracted by enemies and then never looked at it again. So, I know what I skipped now. I definitely skipped an intended step yesterday, and we were actually staring straight at it at one point. So let's go fix that. And I did some off-stream testing last night, and I did confirm that you can technically open the secret level, that you can satisfy the 2 requirements in either order. It's just that if you do it in, like, not the seemingly intended order, it's really confusing. So let's go ahead and do that. I am specifically on my save file from when I was about to get the message that's supposed to mean you open the secret level, except I didn't. So let's start there. And we'll go and do the other thing that is also required for opening the secret level. What's really interesting, though, is, like, so yes, technically the one thing that I, like, blatantly was staring in the face and then just skipped doing was, like, the one other thing that I think was actually required to finish the first hub. So everything else beyond that, including this, is optional. But yeah, let's go ahead and do all the things. provided I can manage to jump. Thank you. So there's our Stone's Grind on the 7 portals message. And at this point, we can leave. But the thing that had me completely perplexed was I went over here expecting these to, you know, change, because that's what the Stone's Grind on the 7 portals is supposed to be referring to. Notice they're not changing. And then I proceeded to spend the next 10 minutes wondering what the hell I did wrong. Or if the game was bugged or something. Or if I mean, not the game, but more likely the engine. And also, we have not opened this door yet, which is the other thing that we need to tackle. So what I need to do, what I forgot to do, was in Guardian of Fire. Whoops. So I went through here before, and the very first time that I did this, originally the very southmost part of this, that's behind here, was sealed. And we hit that and it returned us to the hub. But we didn't get in here through this passage, but every time since then I've been re-entering it through this passage. Now, how we got through there originally was through this. And I saw something very important when I first went through this, but there were also enemies, so I promptly got distracted by the enemies and then just didn't actually do the one thing that I was supposed to do in here. I thought that, like, that, you know, 8-pointed star switch was, like, the thing to do, but no, that's literally just a shortcut back to the hub. The thing we were supposed to do was hit this switch that you're literally facing when you first come in here. So, like, I literally got, like, distracted by the enemies, and then I went and hit the side things to open the passages up, and I didn't actually hit this switch, and then every other time I came through here subsequently, I just beelined to this, and I didn't look at that. So, that raises our third set of stairs here, or it will. There you go. And now that tells us a door opened on the Guardian of Ice. But also we pulled a switch there, and that is going to open this. Nice. And once you kill all those centaurs, these stairs materialize, and that's our exit to the entire hub, but we're not done yet. So I don't actually want to go through that, but I will save here. I want to check if there's anything else up here. Let me check my items here. No, that's all I have. Okay. Somewhere we get one more item in this hub, but I don't remember where we get it. Or if it's actually in the secret area. So we're not gonna, like I said, we're not gonna leave the hub just yet. Let's go do the secret area, and in order to do that, remember, it said we opened up another thing on Guardian of Ice, so let's go back in there. Which side do I actually want to be on? I want to be on the other side. So remember, there were those two doors opposite each other, and we opened the Guardian of Steel themed one, but now we can open the Guardian of Fire themed one. Which is right over there. Ow. So I hit that switch. That, I think, extended this. And then that opens this. Does that actually just continuously open and close? Okay. Okay. That just, like, closed right behind me. What am I hearing? Okay, so that opened, heard warping noises. So now that says one half of the puzzle has been solved on the 7 portals, which is very confusing because we already solved 3/3 of the puzzle, and now there's another one half of the puzzle. Huh? Okay, and now we can go out here. And now we can go back to 7 portals. And now, lo and behold... So that one half of the puzzle was actually the other half of the Stone's Grind puzzle, but it doesn't give... If they were smart... I don't know if ACS has, like, limitations that they just couldn't do this, but it's like, it would have made more sense for whichever one of those two things you did first to say the one half message, and the second one to say Stone's Grind on the 7 portals. But no, it always says Stone's Grind, specifically when you jump to that torch in the middle of Guardian of Steel. Even if that's actually the first half that you do, and that's why this didn't open. And surprise, we're in a secret level now. Oh yeah, this level's probably gonna suck for fighter. If I recall correctly, this has like ranged enemies everywhere. Oh, we got brown serpents now. Oh, I didn't realize he was hiding behind a tree that is literally the same frickin' color. Whoops. Yeah, so this is the big chasm I remember. This is gonna be bad. Alright, how about we go up this side? There's probably fewer enemies here. Alright, he's dead. Actually, surprisingly dark here. Are they still 3 hits to kill? Okay, I was wondering if they were stronger in turn, like tankier. Well, I just bounced most of those off of the tree. Okay, yes, those definitely do hurt me. That pretty much confirms that. He seemed to be oh, was he stuck on where the elevator was? That's like classic Pinky behavior. You always see Pinkies stuck on elevators. And there's another tier to this, because there's more dudes up there. Oh, is this an elevator? This is an elevator. Okay. Oh, well, that's rude. Oh, whoops, and I'm down here again. I should probably heal. I mean, they do give you plenty of quartz flasks here, so... Alright, I guess we'll go this way. And this is, right, this is Bright Crucible. So, the interesting thing is in the Hammerwatch campaign of this, your main reward from this is a key. And it's actually the fire key. It's the only persistent key in the entire first hub in the Hammerwatch campaign. Which is definitely not how the original Hexen works. That seems like a suspicious room. I guess they just have these random little cloisters that these guys start in. Hear fireball traps or something. Oh god, what is all of this? Oh, you know what? Now that I think about it, yeah, I think there was... Oh, that was an actual enemy. I think there was something that resembled this in the Hammerwatch version, so fair play on their part. I didn't get the thing in the middle. Alright, we got the Heart of Despair. Oh, and that made everything stop shooting, actually. I expected it to be the other way around. Torch. I do have a torch. We might want to use a torch here. If this keeps up. And there is a helmet with some armor that I will promptly lose. So I guess this is the other side then. Yeah, I remember the Hammerwatch campaign actually pretty much replicating that layout, I think. I'm gonna have to, like, if I get to a point where I'm actually, like, ahead on my Hexen playthrough than on my Hammerwatch campaign playthrough for Hammerwatch, or Hexen Beyond Hammerwatch, I'm gonna have to actually, like, look at the maps just to like, pay attention to whether Hammerwatch replicates the layouts. Sprite clipping a bit weird. What source? This is the Crispy Hexen. So now that we have the Heart of Despair, what does that get us? Can we do something with that somewhere? Oh, those actually both rise. Wait, oh! Are the frickin' swamp enemies in this? I thought those didn't get introduced until the second hub. Holy shit, yeah, there they are. Like there's still another. Oh, there's more stuff down here. There's stairs in the swamp. Why does this exist? I think he's kind of stuck. I'm just gonna leave him there. What? No, I tripped over the corner. So wait, I wasn't up there. Okay, so we need to do this side. We didn't do this side. There's also armor over here. Guess what? There's more fireballs. What's in this room? Why is that not working? Yeah, I mean, it's funny because, like, I feel like the swamp monster quickly outlives its welcome in the one map that you tend to see it in. Actually, I forget if it's seen in one of the later hubs again, but, like, the main thing I remember was, like, the bog or whatever in the second hub. Alright, so what are we actually doing here? Ow. Am I safe here? I am barely safe here. Am I supposed to... Oh, wait, is the... I see. The Heart of Disparol is an actual item. Now we can break that. That's actually interesting that, like, it makes the clobbering noise until you actually put the heart in, and then you can break it. Alright, what did we accomplish? That's building the stairs. They're actually still building. And then they're lowering from this side. So many stairs. Raising stairs and lowering stairs at the same time. They made sure to do, like, every possible thing they could do with stairs, including hiding a doorway behind some stairs, and I'm never gonna forget that one because I watched King Dime play this and conveniently ignore that there was a doorway exposed by some stairs that were lowering, and he kept running right past it because he was running the opposite direction. Oh yeah, and then there's this big mess of enemies. Another dude behind me. Sounds like there's another dude behind me. There he is. I mean, the other funny thing is, like, the one other thing that I think of when I see the bog enemy, the swamp monster, is the frickin' up periscope swamp monsters in the sewer level and Dark Forces, which you see way too much of while you're busy being lost in that level. Nah. Okay, and we get an icon of the defender here. I need to, like, download the manual to this so I can remind myself what all the items actually do. That seems to have been the ultimate goal, is get the icon of the defender. Actually, is there anything going on with the waterfalls there? Like, it looks like there's stuff mapped up there, but I don't know if it's actually meaningful. Anyway, I think we've basically harvested the secret level. There's still something that I'm missing, though, that I want to find before I leave the hub. I will... Wait. I'll look back here. Oh, okay, that does open this. So this was closed before. How'd they go? I didn't think I killed them. Oh, that literally brings you back to the very beginning of the hub. Alright, so then what's the one other thing that I'm thinking of? We're basically done with the hub at this point. It is really interesting, like, how conscious they had to be of, like, ammo resourcing in this. Which is funny, because I just played Harmony before this, and Harmony felt like it was very not conscious of that. But it's like, they give you flechettes all over the place, they give you blue mana all over the place, because it's literally the only ammo type you have. Okay, hang on, what if I go over there? I didn't realize there was actually a landable platform over there. Is this what I'm thinking of? There it is. Yup. Okay. So, the way that Wings of Wrath work in this is once you find them in a hub, you have them for the entirety of that hub. Now that we're fighting birds all over the place, this is basically Descent now. But I'm pretty sure these are, yeah, these are effectively bottomless pits. So if you didn't find, like, that specific alcove there, yeah, you would think there's nothing out here. What I want to actually do now, though, head back to the secret level. And I want to check those waterfalls. And also, yeah, I suppose you don't, like, once you have the Wings of Wrath used, you can just use them anywhere. I mean, like, you can just fly whenever you want. It's always in the top left corner. So can I even get up here? No, you can't even reach up there. So that's just for show. Nice skybox, though. I didn't appreciate the skybox enough before. But yeah, I suppose if I had gotten that first, I could have just broken this level wide open. I wonder, like, how would that have affected this? I imagine I still would have had to have, like, gotten this and placed it, and I don't know if it would block you from coming in from the other end. I think it's a little too late for me to test that, though. Actually, come to think of it. This is where the level ended. Or, I mean, that was, like, the final arena. Where did we start? So I guess wherever we started, there wasn't a portal, so, like, the only... Whoops. The only way back, actually, is through here. Like, you have to actually fully complete the level before it will let you continue. I don't know if there was anything anywhere else. Feel kind of silly for having taken fall damage. But I think we're done with the first hub now. There was some health there, perfect. Having passed the 7 portals which sealed this realm, a vast domain of harsh wilderness stretches before you. Fire, ice, and steel have tested you, but greater challenges remain ahead. The dense tangle of forest surely hides hostile eyes, but what lies beyond will be worse. Barren desert, dank swamps, and musty caverns bar your way, but you cannot let anything keep you from your fate, even if you might come to wish that it would. And beyond, flickering in the distance, the ever-shifting walls of the hypostyle seem to mock your every effort. Yeah, if I recall correctly, the hypostyle is like the... There's basically like a final map of the hub in the Shadowwood, which is what we're heading into.
My servants can smell your blood, human.
2.13? Where does it get 2.13 from? So we immediately have centaurs. I'm trying to hit the bird, dude. We're starting to find more green mana. We found like one thing of green mana in the entire first hub in 7 portals. And I was kind of like, yeah, why? Oh, I appreciate the mushrooms now, and the reason I appreciate them is they were actually like turned into destructible items in the Hammerwatch campaign. I don't think they're destructible items here. The other thing you gotta watch out for in this hub that I'm very wary of is the ground traps. There's apparently lava below me somewhere. Okay, we got a switch and we've got combined mana. Shit. Dead. There is lava. Wait, there's a dude down here. He just lives here, apparently. Yeah, just imagine him seeing you as you landed, like, first time. Oh. I was thinking maybe just running across would be better, and it is until it isn't. There you go. You can apparently Mario run the whole thing. Okay. Oh, surprise. Alright, we've got our first entrance to something else. What's in here? This might be where the main building is. Another creaky door. Alright, well this seems, potentially bad. That also seems potentially bad. I think the traps have engaged. Because I sure hear a lot of crap going on right now. Now what the heck am I doing? Confused. That hit me and now it's not hitting me. I don't recall what is supposed to make these all shut up. And you have, like, references to the different types of keys. So the interesting thing about this is, the, Hexen Beyond Hammerwatch made these into actual, like, key-locked doors that had, like, the puzzle switches behind them. Which is definitely not how OG Hexen works. Alright, I think I'm just gonna leave for now, because I don't know what the hell else to do with that. It's just gonna be really loud in there for a while, I guess. Now we're back to the beginning again. I thought I remembered there being multiple things you could get into right from the outset. So where else have... Wait. I'm hearing another serpent. Oh, I haven't been down here yet. Oh, well, I guess I'm not gonna be down here yet. Oh, wait, hang on. Stairs. Stairs that blend into the wall. Kind of unfortunate. Alright, yeah, this is the other area I'm thinking of. Oh, surprise. Let's always be attacking. I actually need to, like, land up there. Because we want that, basically. Yeah, I vaguely remember the Hammerwatch campaign having a representation of this as well. Okay, but how do I get out of here, though? Oh, that's how. I thought that was too tall to jump. Okay, so what if I just run off of there? There we go. There's the Hammer of Retribution. It was, like, right next to that. And the hammer is exciting because the fighter finally has a projectile weapon. There were more of them there. I think I left some mana down here. Now we have to deal with all this mess. Excuse you. Alright, now you're dead. Is that actually aiming at me, or is it just, like, modifying its angle? No, I fucking missed. on. That is water with a very strong current. That's a switch. Alright, that... I thought maybe that turned off the traps. But nope. It might have opened the bars, though. Was that other serpent still up there, or did something kill him? Oh, it raised stairs. Okay. Which unfortunately also leads to more traps. But yeah, I am not moving, and the water just tosses you out. You do still have to make the running jump. Yes, that's still not raised. So we have to run over here first. And then we'll probably get fireballed once I get up here. Yep. Okay, that turned them off. And now everything is quiet again. And over there is where I was before. But yeah, this is quite the room. And yes, now the way to the portal is open over here. So now we have two options. And this is Darkmere. This is the bog map. And we have to destroy some trees. Are they actually one hit, or are they two hits? They might actually be one hit with this weapon. Oh yeah, you get all like the frog and insect sounds and whatnot in this map. No. Oh, are they infighting? Oh my god, they actually are. Have you ever seen a swamp monster infight? I want to see if it keeps doing it. Alright, no, I'll help it out. Also, the ground here is uneven. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to play basketball in a swamp. I'm gonna say, that seemed to be the only unlit torch. Is this a secret switch, or is this a required switch? Oh, that opened this. That was probably required. Required torch things. It's funny because that's arguably also something that Wizardum did at some point. Okay, we're just chasing the skull switches now. There's a portal. Let's not go through that yet by accident. Door is barred from the inside. that won't stop me from disintegrating a serpent. Oh, what's up here? Wait, is that where I came from? That is where I came from. They can fire projectiles, or at least some of them can. I don't think they were doing that before. Actually, I forget whether the, I forget if the variant of them in the Hammerwatch campaign did that. Let's say I do remember a projectile like that. Ow. More stairs. There's another guy. Where is he? That killed him in 2, I think. Yeah, alright, so that is actually stronger. Oh, hello. I am kind of wondering... I need to pay attention to my mana and, like, melee something with the hammer. I can technically jump out there. This might be a terrible idea. That is probably a terrible idea. Have I been... Yeah, that's just where I was to begin with. Yeah, if you melee enemies with this, it does not cost mana. Oh, and if you hit them with it, it one-shots them because it, like, stun-locks them or something? That's awesome. And actually, it's getting to the point where I'm only finding predominantly... Did that take 3 hits? Meleeing with this might actually be, like, on par with the frickin', like, fists. It's actually funny how you can, like, barely see the fist on the left side of the screen right now. Unless I, like, remove the HUD. But I like having the full HUD with all the stuff there. Because, I mean, if I do this, I can't even see how much mana I have. I guess you can for... No, it seriously doesn't show your mana at all. That seems like a huge oversight. Of course, that's presumably a custom HUD for Crispy Doom specifically. I guess we should, ask ourselves what would old Timmy do, or little Timmy do, and fall down the... Oh, wait, that was... I just fucking killed Timmy. Timmy already fell down the well. You hear a door open in the distance. Okay, but hang on a second. There were 2 switches there. I just landed on Timmy's head. Okay, that time I hit both of them. Which one is the one I haven't been hitting first? How did I not kill him? I need to actually science this out. So that was technically on the right side. So what if we hit the left side one first? Do they both do the same thing? Does it not matter? Bonk. One time I managed to hit both. Yeah, you can actually hit both. I don't know if it actually matters. But then why would they have 2 switches if it doesn't matter? The castle key, right. We have a new set of keys. Our keys have reset. And that needs the cave key. Oh, wait, there's more stairs here that are easy to accidentally ignore. But I can't get in here. So it did say something about you hear a door open in the distance, right? What if it's the one that was... Well, there was one that said it was barred from the inside. Oh, what the heck? Does that actually kill me? Probably. Yup. Yep, that kills you. Okay. Although, the map makes it look like there's stairs in the frickin' corner. Yeah, there's stuff over there too. Maybe we'll find out when we can get into some of those other doors. Alright, so... Is anything newly unlocked? Actually, wait, how the hell did I end up back here? Because it, like, makes a triangle. That's how. Alright, so my immediate question is, did this open? It did open. So you can't say it's barred from the inside. It was barred remotely. Oh, and there is the castle key. Amazing what things you can accomplish by falling down an old well. Alright, so then let's go back in here, and that was the one that was up here, I think. Another icon of the Defender. Is that really all that was here? Seems weird. Missed, didn't it? Didn't hear the thing die, but I also don't hear it living anymore either. So was that really completely optional? I don't see any other switches in here. I would assume the castle key will be important for something. But perhaps for now I should go elsewhere. So we do have that other portal that just newly opened here. I forget if that leads us somewhere completely different. That was... wait, where was that? Around the back of this, yeah. Even this has a current. And it's going, like, diagonally. Alright, where does this bring us? No, this brings us back to Shadowwood. This brings us exactly back to where I was, even though that's... yeah, that's not where I started, but there was no portal where I started. Okay. Alright, yeah. Might as well go back to Shadowwood then. I'm just realizing Always Run was somehow turned off. Was I really not running this whole time? It felt like it just turned off there when I reloaded, which is very strange. Alright, I guess let's go to the other portal that I had already opened. We do already have a key. There's still the matter of all the crap going on in there. But for now, I suppose we can go over here. This is the Wastelands. This is where you gotta watch your step. I just heard one of them. Alright, they're all dead. Yeah, so I think I can see one of them right there. Unless that might... oh yeah, there you go. There it is. So yeah, there's like a very small tell. And at least there's a tell though, because I forget if there was no tell whatsoever in the Hammer Wash version. So I kind of just made sure I was always moving. But yeah, I'll probably end up just instantly dying at some point because of one of those. There's another one. Guy got one shot, seemingly. Wait, why did that one die in two? Oh, come on. Does seem like those take 2 hits sometimes. I mean, Doom does have random damage. I don't know if this also has that, technically. Jeez, did one of those hit 2 guys? Something's gotta lower that, I guess. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that the Hammerwatch campaign like replicated these sort of looping structures. I didn't actually venture out here. Yeah, there's even more of those here. Okay, we've got a barred... a barred portal in here. The nice thing is arguably these actually stand out a bit more. Oh, that one must have killed somebody. It was bloody. Unless that's just... Oh yeah, no, there's definitely like a corpse there. I don't know how we open this. Although what's interesting is... Oh, that's how we open it. We need the cave key. Oh no, I hate doors like this. Prepare to get squished. You didn't die. What was that? Oh, okay, we got swamp monsters. I don't know if I ever realized their wake-up sound. It was gonna shoot. It didn't get a chance to. The horn key. Honk. Please don't stop me from moving. Oh, God. Alright, we're good. We got the axe again, even though we already have the axe. At this point, I actually have more more mana for this than the other thing. So, the horn key. I don't even know where we need that yet. Is that it for that section? Probably. Wait. Hang on. There's something suspicious out there. Oh, there was one right there. Wow. Okay, so here's where things are kind of sus. It looks like there's something like there. Because like if I zoom in, it looks like there's a switch there or something. Maybe that's for if you fall down. Maybe that's how you can get back up. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Okay. Not a secret. How am I getting out of here? That's right, that way, okay. Almost went the wrong way. Would have gotten squished in a corner. Okay, so now we're near the beginning again. I don't know how to get up there yet. I haven't been in here yet either. That's a little suspicious. A porcolator. This might be a really good time for a torch, actually. That might be a trap. That is, in fact, a trap. Actually, well, let's make sure. Yes, that is in fact a trap. You can never be too sure, because when I first played this in 2020, there was one instance like that that I thought was a death trap and wasn't. What? They not... Oh no, they can still guard. I was gonna say, do they not guard if you, oh, hello, what the heck? Suddenly swamp monsters everywhere. I can't really, like... You can't really aim at them, because they just hide immediately. And that needs the swamp key. I'm gonna end up forgetting where I needed keys. Although, this map should kind of show them. It's kind of easy to miss the color combination, but it is technically there. So we needed castle and swamp here. Maybe I should at least write down, like, what combinations... Like, what levels had what key requirements. So Wasteland needs... It needed Cave and Swamp. Pretty sure. I haven't been in there yet, have I? Is this where I came from? That's, maybe? Looks like there's more stuff in here too, though. There's definitely something on the map across from that. And then there's more stuff up there, which I can't reach. Another, like, death trap. That's most likely another death trap. Oh, that's how we get up here. Boots of speed. Okay. I was a little worried about where I was landing. Okay. What else haven't we done? Raider of Might. I've been out here before. Yeah, there are just places I haven't gone before. And he came from this way, I think. Wait, but I was already here. Did not encounter that guy already. Weird. Alright, is there anything else I haven't done? There's seemingly something over there, but I might not be able to get into it yet. Or it might be barriers that opened. That looks like another E-door? Or, no, wait, that's straight up the portal I came in from, probably. Yeah, so that's where the other key is required. What? I don't know why that looks so strange on the map. Have I not been in here? Really easy to miss some of these passages. Okay, but this is... This might not be where I started, actually. Where does this go? No, this goes back to Shadowwood, so, yeah. Alright, now the question is, what can we do with the horn key? I'm still suspecting there's another place I should be able to go, like, directly from this map. I could have sworn that even this map, at least in the Hammerwatch campaign, I thought even this map had the spike traps. Alright, I should probably check this cacophony again to see if there's anything I can actually do in here. I'm playing traffic. Wait, were these stairs always here? Nope, those stairs weren't there, or I didn't notice them. Well, this clearly goes somewhere. I don't know what that did. It sure made a lot of noises, though. It opened up more enemies down there. Can I just go out this way instead, and hopefully they all play in traffic and die? I don't even know where they are, dude. Yeah, they're definitely getting hit by the traps. Ow. Oh. Oh, I guess I can go here now. This is awkward. Is there a way I could have done this without everything shooting at me? Uh-oh. Did not realize we were doing crushers everywhere. I have no idea what's going on. Well, I seem to live here now. Somehow I did not get crushed. Never mind. I bounced, though. Okay, so he actually starts out here. See if any of them get squished. No, but I did. I don't know how that works in terms of, like, is it purely based on distance, or is it a timed thing, or what? How the heck did I manage to, like, scoot around him? Okay, they do eventually do their thing. Seemingly without me provoking it more. You just have to step in once for it to start. There's an actual path over here that I don't have to get killed along. And there's a portal. And another elevator. That elevator didn't wait very long. Oh, hey, and it's quiet in here now. Look at that. This is still closed. Alright, well, I guess we'll go in here and see what happens, or would I rather try to take a better look around here first? That's a lot of frickin' fragmented platforms. There's gotta be something in there. There's an urn. Okay, that was weird because I tried to jump and the jump didn't come out, but it worked anyway. Oh, there's actually like a solid path to that. Okay. That works. Is there more stuff, though? Is there a switch over there? It looks like there's a little passage over there or something. If it is, it's like right here. I don't see ground there. Oh wait, it's right here. Imagine it actually, like, resettling. Why is there, like, one little dip there, though? That's kind of weird. But okay, yeah, that seems... It even updates on the map, too. So did that actually expose any other options? That's the switch. Kinda doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of anything in here now. Other than a few more flasks. Alright, well anyway, I guess it's time to go through the portal. And now we are in Caves of Circe. Okay. You know what immediately strikes me as weird here? I'm pretty sure in the Hammerwatch rendition, this was a very gray map. This is not gray at all. But yeah, they made it consistent in that there is immediately another exit, like, 2 steps away from where you start. Bats? I don't know if I want to go down there yet. Now, the interesting thing, though, is where I started, was there no portal? I suspect that this portal might actually dump me out of Shadowwood. Oh no, it's literally... Okay. It's just that... Oh, you start, like, up there. Wait, that's actually interesting. Because, can I go... Oh, you can literally see it right there. Okay. Can I go somewhere else from here that's any more interesting? Okay, it's literally just that. So yeah, we are going down here, and then it will be gray, I bet. Oh, I'm actually full on Green Mountain again. gotta go around the side. Is that horn key, actually? That is horn key, isn't it? And there's immediately another portal. Perhaps we should have another look around before I jump straight into that. Also, wait, there's a switch. There is a switch. That is our first 1/6 of the puzzle switch. I probably should have found one of those by now. Sometimes you really do benefit from looking at the map. Where am I hearing serpent noises? Actually, another hole. Yeah, I think it is. Okay. It's probably up there. That also seems to be another hole. Okay, so that's one of the holes. That's probably not useful for me right now. Alright, Perfection, thanks for hanging out. Have a good night. And have a good week. Suspicious looking wall. Thanks. How many torches? I still only have one torch. It's like I'm reluctant to use the one torch for anything in particular. But yeah, the one thing that the Hammer Watch version of this map benefits from is not being so frickin' dark. I want to think there's more stuff I haven't looked at yet. Like this. Oh, I think they had a little bit of a fight there. Oh, I can actually see out here. Also, I'll probably die by falling to my death. A teleporter. Would think that back here would be some kind of secret, but no, doesn't seem like it. Alright, where are you, birds? The birds are called afrids. I was reminded of that when I was poking around the wiki yesterday, after stream. Well, the birds don't want anything to do with me, so oh well. I guess we'll go through the portal and see where it goes. It goes right back to... Ah, that's a portal destination, that's telling you. Okay, but I don't want to go out here. That is not helpful. Oh, there you are. Oh. Damn, dude. This bird's got the moves. Holy crap. So I'm saying it's got the moves. Meanwhile, it's probably like, help, I accidentally have ice physics. chaos device. Oh, here's somewhere else I haven't been yet. I don't trust this at all. Yeah, that looks dangerous. Is there anywhere I can actually land here? Oh, I think there's higher points than where I am currently at. Yeah, it looks like there's another way into there. Oh, hello. Oh, they're filtering out of the canyon, probably. But also... what's the deal with, like, there's like a line right there. I told you that would happen. That's why I don't like those rotating doors. Alright, well, we're doing that again. I suspect you're not even supposed to notice that's there from this side. I suspect you're supposed to discover that from the other side. That's very possible you're not even supposed to survive that. There might have been one more. Yeah. I don't know where it is. Oh shit. Right. Hey, there's water down here. Okay. Let's actually save back here now. And okay, so I can't go that way. That's just blocked. Oh, he's very dead. I guess this one wall does technically have a different texture. Okay, that time I didn't die. Seems like a real dice roll. Well, we have another dice roll. Oh, come on. It's actually possible to, like, go through there too quickly. That's when it seems to actually crush me. That didn't really seem to do a whole lot of good. Like, that was arguably the world's most lethal OSHA-violating shortcut. Are you fucking kidding? I can't even, like, just stand there and not go through it. Go in here one more time just to see... Really nothing I missed there? Like, what the hell's the point? It really seems kind of pointless. There's no switches in here or anything. Alright. I mean, at least there's also health in there to give you a refund when the wall literally just eats your health. Alright, let's go to the other portal again. Where was that? It wasn't that one. It was that one. Oh, right, it was near the canyon. Actually, wait. No, that's the teleporter. Am I not able to go up here? Yeah, that was like probably a hit drop point. Same with that. Wait. I guess that's also a drop point? Also, I'm on, like, the completely wrong side of the map down here. Oh, that's the wrong way, too. This is where I want to go. Okay, there's the switch we hit. Here's the portal. Let's see what this goes to. This just goes to frickin' Wastelands again. So that seems kind of pointless. Because there was pretty much nothing I could do here yet, right? Let me try something. I'm gonna go back to the hub. Let's go have a look at the house. The previously noisy house. Because there's... Okay, that... Okay, this has the horn icon. But it's actually meaningless. So yeah, this is something that the Hammerwatch custom campaign took artistic license on. But I think what it might be trying to relate here that, like, there's two switches. Oh yeah, that's actually lit. Yeah, so this indicates which ones you've gotten then. Was there something like that in the first set? In the first hub? If there was, I don't think I ever noticed it. But here, this is supposed to represent the 6 parts. I always thought that it was supposed to be the staircases in the first hub in 7 Portals, but it's not. But I don't know if there's anything actually reflecting progress in that hub the way there is here. And it's interesting because I seem to recall when I played Hands of Necromancy, I think that tended to have, like, ways that reflected your progress as well, at least in some of the hubs. But yeah, this is supposed to be the way to the hypostyle that was referred to in the intro. Okay, well, where do we want to go now? Hang on a second. I think, was that just the elevator? That was probably just the elevator. That was presumably the portal to Darkmire. Wait a sec. No, that was the portal to Darkmire. How many frickin' portals are there? Is there one that I didn't get to there? It might be the secret level. Yeah, if it's in there, it's the secret level. The funny thing is, there was something glitchy about one of the, Can I actually just go in here now? Maybe it's not the secret level. Oh, yeah, but I can't get in there. I am surprised that didn't hurt me. Oh, because I landed on that. There was one glitchy part of the Hammerwatch custom campaign that, like, put me into just, like, a completely pitch black portion of this level. Fortunately, it seemed like there was nothing to do there, but it was like, why did it exist? It was kind of weird. Alright, well, where the hell do I want to go check again? Are there any other places that needed either of the keys that I have? I remember... Was there anywhere that was actively locked in Dark Mirror? Or was... I think it was just a like a door that wouldn't open. I've still got Swamp Boys here. Yep. That time he didn't die in one hit. Okay, so initially this is barred, but it presumably reopens when you get through there. Alright, who else is asking for it? Oh. Thought I heard more water traversal noises. Just the switch rooms. Let me make sure I've sufficiently looked through all these rooms because Alright, so we got a switch in there. I definitely remember there being important stuff in these houses. Let me try to make sure I didn't miss anything. I should probably double check the first house. Oh, this is probably just, yeah, that was where I was earlier. And so is that, actually. Alright, yeah, don't fall off a cliff. This has the door that's barred. It's the cave key door. This was the well. Wait, the well is drained again. I didn't know that... Oh yeah, I think I'm hearing it. It might actually re-drain after just a couple of seconds. Yeah, it re-drained again. So it actually is just there to get you up there again. We got in here which had an item and that was seemingly it, so I don't really know what else the castle key is for yet. I feel like there's gotta be more reasons for the castle key to exist. I don't trust myself to make a jump from here. Wait a minute. I forget to check. I forgot to check that one. I think I forgot to check this one. Oh no, this is the one that had the switch. Don't go out there yet. Let's go back to the beginning. That's not the beginning. I don't think there could have been anything else in this house. So I don't think there's anything else in this map. Alright, where did this go? This goes back to there. Alright, what should I double check next? This is Wasteland, right? Yeah, my least favorite map. That was one of the bottomless pits, I'm pretty sure. And this needed... Actually, which key did that need? I think that supposedly needed cave key. Hang on, is there something there that I didn't do? So... Why am I hearing water noises? Might as well, double check the key here. Yeah, that's cave. That's a portal to something. Alright, what about that? That actually looks like a solid wall, though? Hang on, what's the deal with that? There's very possibly something I missed in there. Wait. I haven't been in there. How to get in there? Not what those are about? No. I don't think so. So yeah, that's a big question. That's actually pretty fascinating. We need to get in there to get... Yeah, okay, that's the solid wall that I was wondering about. And now I'm just back to where I was. There's an urn in there, and there's one of the puzzle switches. I wonder if that's how you... I wonder if the portal that's blocked is how you get in there, maybe. Because that does look kind of detached from everything else, and then you might just come back out that way. It looks like there's the beginning of a staircase there. In which case, we're probably not going to be doing that right now. I feel like I should double check the... Like, there was like an outer... water section or something. Yeah, this. This needed the other key, though. That needs the swamp key. Which is, you know, an appropriate enough key to require in a, swamp map. Pretty sure I've gone through here before. Yeah. And this led to one of the bottomless pits. Double check, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna kill me. Yep. I like how an enemy spawned in, like, while I was busy falling to my death. This was how we got up here. I feel like there's nothing else I can do in here right now either. Which would seemingly point to Caves of Circe as the place that I need to do something. Because there isn't really anywhere else to be right now. How do I get out of here again? Over there. Wait, how do I get in there? Should I have to go up here to get in there? Yep. Okay, yeah, this is across from that one. Doesn't look like they're trying to sneak anything in this room. Alright, well, I'm still kind of at a loss here. Hang on a second. Is there more stuff here than I realize? Like around this side? Where the hell am I now? I think that was just an unnecessarily roundabout way of going around there. Yeah, okay. You can technically do it, though. Actually, yeah, I think over this way was where I went to begin with to open that up. That's all it was. Okay. Okay, so we checked Dark Mirror again, we checked, Wasteland. Where was the other entrance? Oh, right, it was, actually, yeah, it was like, it was within the big building, wasn't it? Yeah, here it is. Alright, let's try it again. Because if anything, it seems like there should be more stuff to do in here. I forget if that ended up leading me to Wasteland again or what. Which would make you think that there would be more stuff to do there. Yeah, that's really the only starting point to this. Were there multiple ways to go out of here? And maybe I should take a different one? Oh, those are just stairs. Seems like all of them involve stairs. Because there was definitely some stuff that I did not figure out how to get to. Hang on. what's the deal with that? I don't know. There's like a little crevice down there, but I can't go in that way. Alright, so now we're in the water room. Yeah, that was the dead end. There's gotta be a way to get up there. Both of those are dead ends. And so is this. Like, what am I doing? There's a whole part of this map that I just don't know how to access. Did I not go through here? No, I couldn't. But what about... Oh, this was... Okay, this is the other part that I thought I couldn't go through. But I should probably have another look. Because, like, my assumption is that everything in here is above me. Because, like, look, there's a crevice there. There's a dude right there, actually. Who is now dead. It's like, how do I make headway in this room? Because I don't think I can. Is that actually... No, that's a different outlet. I was wondering if that was the one I was looking at before, but I don't think so. If I could get up there, that would be great. It seems like no matter how I attempt to get there, it doesn't actually work. Unless there is a switch that I am not noticing. This was the other river outlet I was noticing before. So it's like the entire west side of this map is just not accessible. Everything's closed off. Sure feels like there's another switch I need to be pressing somewhere. Wait, hang on, wait. Where was the, Oh, there it is. Huh. Yeah, you can kind of see the river flowing through both sides, actually. Have I been on the other side of it? I don't know if that would be meaningful in any way. And I guess the brown spot on the map is just the sort of skylight area there. Okay, so I don't want to go that way. I want to go the other way. Right? No, where do I want to go? No, this is not where I want to go at all. Hang on. gonna go in here. Oh. 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 Okay, here's the thing. I heard two things open. This and something else. So as much as that seems useless, I don't think that's actually useless. That may have opened something else. Oh my god, it's open now. What the fuck, dude? Most obtuse progression imaginable. Also, I'm gonna die now. There's enough of these guys in here. Wait, I thought there was still another one. I guess I got him. Okay, so yeah, you had to go through one very specific spot that I had not gone through, which was, like, look at the brown outline here. I had to go up north and west around that bend and then through there. And then that opened the staircase over here. Extremely obtuse. But yes, there was basically one exact area I hadn't gone through. And then this is the other side of that river that we saw. And that's where I just came to— Hello? Where were you for the last 5 minutes? It's not hitting him at all. Okay, that seems to just drop off right there again. That didn't hit you. You motherfucker. That's extremely fucking cheap. Alright, I have to do all that over again. There was a warning sound for that, but it was not extremely obvious that it was going to do that. I don't trust that upstairs. Alright, I think I got all of those guys at least. Basically, don't go for the helmet. No. Let's actually save. Now, this is the other side of that platforming room. Oh. Interesting. Yeah, it's already not accessible. So basically, the closer you get to it, the more it lowers, I guess? Because it seemed like it lowered in 2 steps. That's why I didn't notice it. I heard the first sound, but I didn't even realize it had lowered. So yeah, you already pretty much can't get to it now. Alright, so, we can either dump ourselves back out there, or we can do the platforming. Very effective use of, like, crumbling rock noises here. Where am I actually going? I can't see where I'm supposed to land. I think it's just— it might just be the rivers I'm seeing. I don't even know. Well, okay, so the next platform over is actually— wait. The next platform over is where I was before. Is it actually that far down that I can't bloody see it? There might really be no reason to be in here other than to grab the flechettes and go the way you came in. Is there another? Okay, this is where I saw the Ettins before. Wait, no. No, that's over here, I guess. No, that's where I was originally now, actually. It's just a river. Hey, dead camper. Oh, there's literally a key here that I just, like, waltzed around 5 million times. There's the cave key. Now we can do other stuff. Okay. And that's why they have this bit that dumps you back out. Because then you can leave more easily. So that was the thing that stymied me for at least half an hour today. There was one very specific passage I had not gone down in this area that opened another passage like several blocks down the road. Alright, so cave key. Which place did I need the cave key? Actually, I might need the cave key in both of these places, because the cave key is what I need for the other side of this too. I wrote down that there was a use for it in Dark Mirror, but there's also a use for it here. Now, what's the fastest way to where I needed it? Honestly, going this way is probably fine. Don't want to get stabbed. Alright, so yeah, here's one of them. Oh. That opens a portal and a teleporter. Where does the teleporter... Does the teleporter seriously go back to the beginning? No, it does go inside here. Okay. So this is also important. Imagine being born in lava. I mean, they're on fire, so I guess that makes sense. Did one of them just warp? Alright, what am I actually doing here? Oh, there's stairs. There's fantasy stairs. But yeah, if we look up from here, that's where we saw this from before. And there is another sixth of the puzzle. Oh wait, I probably need to be up there to warp out, given the bird that accidentally warped. That's probably a sign that I actually need to be up here to get out of here. Actually, where the hell did that bird warp from? Oh wait, no, there's stairs, right? There should be... Here it is. I don't know what happened to that bird that it warped out and in again. That sure seemed to be what happened. But I don't see anything in there indicating a warp. Okay, and that also requires the same key. I wonder if I could have actually gone in from that side. Because I don't think there was any indication of it from outside. Okay, so now I want to go back down there again and see where that portal leads. It leads to the beginning of Caves of Circe again. Okay. I don't need to be in here right now. Let's just go back out. Yeah, well, hello. Now we want to go back to Dark Mirror. What do we have lit up now? Yeah, now we have 2 out of 6. And this is the one we lit up this time. That was the one in the caves, which I do believe required the horn key in order to access, so that makes sense. I do still find it really curious that, the Hammerwatch custom campaign decided to just put all 6 switches right in that house. Alright, we want to be here. There is another cave key door in here. It's right here. Different lift sound. That looks kind of suspicious. It's off kilter. I guess I'm going down there. Immediately suspect swamp monsters. Get birds instead. Okay. Oh, maybe that's what warped in before was the frickin' stairs. When I saw the red things. I thought it was a frickin' Afrit warping in and out, but it was probably just the stairs materializing. I forgot they can materialize on demands to, you know, killing enemies, or I guess just going certain places, maybe. Hang on a second, this just brought me... What was the point of that? I've been here already. That just dumped me back outside. Did this also open? No. I don't understand what the point of that was. We went in here. Yeah, that definitely does not pull double duty. Like there needs to be like another reason for the... Wait, there was another path that I totally didn't take. Wait, why did I take fall damage that time? There was a path over here, which is very easy to miss because everything looks the same. Never not be whacking birds out of the sky. That seems like a big hole that I probably don't want to fall into. Oh. Oh, is this the part? I forgot this was the texture where this happens, because I distinctly remember the "there's a switch behind a statue" trick. That is like the one thing I remember most about this entire hub of the game. From when I was a kid playing this. Alright, well, there's a portal. So now we're 3/6, I believe. But also, what the heck is next? Unless solving those 3/6 actually does anything in itself, but I think all 6 are required to go to the hypostyle, and that's basically it. Is there anything else? No, that's literally just a pit. But also, there's more over here. That's also just a pit. I don't think I'm getting over there right now. I think that might require wings, assuming that we get the wings again sometime. Let's put a note about that. I should go check that door again. But I really doubt that it would open purely in response to that switch. Oh, that's what was making noise. Yeah, well, I suppose I can go either way, but I can go this way. Oh, hang on a second. Can I do anything? That was this path. Okay. This was one of the mystery paths across a bottomless pit that it was like, well, maybe I'll end up coming back that way later. Nope, that's still closed. Okay. I'm not sure how we're gonna open that at this point, because, like, what... It kind of feels like there's nothing left to do in this area now. One of these days I'll hit the switch. I swear the first time I fell down here I didn't take fall damage, but the other 2 times I have. That's the way back. Okay, let's see where this portal puts me. It just puts me in Caves of Circe again. Okay. Why? I don't have any more keys than I did before. I'm still suspicious about that, like, altar thing. Like, it didn't seem like that actually did anything in and of itself. It just had a teleporter that brings you back to the beginning. Maybe I should take one more look at that. And I suppose this is probably an area that we haven't found any puzzle switches in. Or have we? No, wait. This was the area that required the horn, and I think I did find one here. For a second, I almost thought I saw a pull switch here, but no, it was just the wall texture playing tricks on me. I don't remember if there was actually an item there. Was that where I got one of the keys? I seriously don't recall. Wait a minute. What key did that need? No, what key did that need? I should probably check that, because I totally forgot about it, and I don't think I wrote it down either. No, I didn't. And also, I guess... Let's remove that note, because it's not needed anymore. Right, that's the outlet. Don't want to go that way. That'll get me killed. It's actually ridiculous that there was a key... It was right here, wasn't it? Or no, was it in... It might have been in the later room. No, this was the later room. That was the earlier room. Yeah, there was just a key right there. But yeah, that was the room that we had to, like, go all the way around in order to get to. Wait, I've never been down here. What the fuck? Have I? This feels new. That's going to get me killed. Like, that straight up is a bottomless pit. Actually, no, it's not. But this... Okay, this is Swamp Key. I've never been through here, though. I don't... Like, maybe I came this far. Oh, yeah, because this is... I totally just never went that direction. What the fuck? Was that always open? Yeah, because this is the room that has the frickin' helmet that'll get you squished. That's the bottomless pit. This'll probably bring you out where that waterfall was over there. Okay, but we need Swamp Key here then, too. And I do vaguely recall that... Yeah, so this map needed both the Horn Key and the Swamp Key then, and I do seem to recall that in the Hammerwatch rendition, there was, like, just incremental more and more keys needed to go further west in the map. Alright, but in that case, I need to find the swamp key. And the question is, where else have I not been? Can I do anything useful from here? Kinda doubt it. So I think the thing on the southeast of that room is just a river. And it seems like there's a couple of those. Yeah, like there's one. That is the one, actually, and then there's another one right next to it. And then this thing that looks like a parallel stairway is actually a river. I want to get out of here. We go this way, and that's a switch we already hit. So we need the swamp key in the Wasteland and in Caves of Circe. You would think you would get the swamp key in the frickin' swamp. And there is that one locked door in the swamp that in Darkmere that I don't know how the hell to get past. Is there really another switch in that area that I have not found? Or is there something somewhere completely different? But yeah, that leaves... It really only leaves Darkmere as, like, the likely candidate, right? Wait, this is Wasteland, right? I don't want to be in Wasteland. Like, it's most likely you're not going to find the key you need in one of the places that needs it. Can I do anything here yet? Why are the jumps so inconsistent in this? I literally jumped up there earlier. Yeah, no, this is still blocked. And yes, that does cause fall damage. Here's the river. Here it is. I guess I'll go back here again. Because heck if I know where else to look for switches. Through here multiple times looking for switches in this building. And I suppose I could also have a look at the map, see if there's anything sticking out. So these switches are the ones that were a sequence that got us into there. That was one of the puzzle switches. Hang on a second. There's two other offshoots here. One of them was definitely a bottomless pit that I couldn't cross. What was the other one? Did I seriously overlook something that obvious? I mean, I shouldn't give myself a hard time because, like, the first one of those that I overlooked was, like, a wall that blended into every other wall. Alright, so first of all, confirm, yeah, that's still closed. More free fall damage. So we want to go in here first. I want to say this is the one. Yeah, that I remember seeing what's over here, then? That's another bottomless pit with a Afrit over there. Oh, and it frickin' dodged. It's a very shy Afrit. I suppose there's any other way to get in there? Sure doesn't seem like it. Alright, well that's one way to get him. But yeah, that looks like a bottomless pit to me. And I don't think I can cross those. But other than that, I don't know what else. What else can we look at in here? It's the well, and that just has the switches on the two sides that both seem to do the same thing. And the only remaining question is, how do we open the frickin' door down there? I should probably be... I mean, not that it would make much sense for there to be switches in a cave, but... Well, I mean, the frickin' puzzle switch was right there. I might as well pay attention for other switches. Don't fall off. That was weird. Somehow I triggered the combo punch on the second, not the third. No. Wait. That looks suspicious. Remember when I repeatedly looked in the frickin' upper tower of the castle, which was the only thing that I've used the castle key for so far, and I kept looking for a switch and not finding a switch? There's a switch. It's back there. Remember the asshole move of the puzzle switch behind the other statue? I forgot there was another asshole move of a switch behind this statue, and I didn't see this one. That's what opens that door. We're in. Okay, but why were they hanging from the ceiling? They normally don't do that. Ah, yeah, this was a room that's definitely referenced in the Hammerwatch campaign. I think this was set up as a secret in the Hammerwatch campaign, actually. I remember seeing it, like, off the corner from one of the other places in the map. And I seem to remember this map actually having, like, a big square area with, like, a whole ton of offshoot doors, and I'm not sure if I saw the equivalent of that here. Oh dear. What is this gonna do? Okay. I mean, no, I have a hammer too, I just haven't been using it. Just hit me. Oh, it must have been a fireball from the serpent. Okay, I do feel like I remember this room. Okay, I can go back down. I remember this room being, dangerous. Yeah. What are these things on the floor, though? So do they ever stop, like, throwing shit? I was wondering if it was, like, dependent on whether I'm standing on stuff or not, but kind of just seems like they're always throwing shit. So I'm not sure how I'm supposed to not take damage. Oh, I got a key. Is this supposed to be the safe way back now? That's what those are for. Okay. I don't know if this is totally random or what. I feel like it's just random. I don't know. Anyway, I didn't take too much damage. And now we have the swamp key. Yeah, I'm not sure how I would get through the fire without taking any damage anyway, though, and I was more worried about the damage from that. Hey, hang on a sec. What does that do? So many hidden switches in this one map in particular. This map just has all the hidden switches. Of course it's another frickin' turning door. Hey, get him stuck in it. Okay, he's... What? There's another one? They're just showing off, dude. It's like meanwhile, I'm like concerned about always getting stuck and just losing all my health in one of these frickin' rotating doors. And we just had two Ettins go through it at the same time. Like, yeah, no big deal. Don't know what you're worried about. I was gonna say, why did the first... It seemed like the first one didn't hit him, but no, it did. Didn't actually mean to switch to the fist there. That is a portal I have not been to yet. Okay. Really hard to aim through here. Now they're not even showing up. Alright, I think I've been everywhere besides the staircase now. It looks like there's a switch up here. Oh, hello. There it is. That is also 1/6 of the puzzle, so that doesn't form a bridge. You're supposed to jump. So now are we at like 5/6 or something? It's either 4 or 5/6 that we're at now. Probably 4/6 because there's gonna be 2 behind swamp key things. Yeah, I think we've got all of the keys now. I'll just go back in... Yeah, I can go back in here to get to the main hub. Although, actually, one of the swamp key doors is in Wasteland, so I should probably actually go back in here. Do I remember where it was? So we've done that one now. I think the one on this map, the swamp key door on this map was kind of hard to see on the map. Am I misremembering? I thought it was on this map. It's over here. Yep, there it is. It's in the center of the screen now. And I actually took the short way to it. I just turned the torches on and now it's lighter in here. Presumably that did something other than just turn torches on in here. But I'm not sure what. But that's seriously all that was in there. I don't know. Was that supposed to have a knock-on effect somewhere else? Have I been up there? Is that... This whole thing is new. What the fuck? More torches. There's like so much health here that I might as well just use fists. Not for this. And that is a portal, and I guess these are supposed to technically be like attached to the wall, but it kind of just looks like they're floating because they rotate freely. Or rather, like they don't have rotated states. They're just always facing the player. I've been over here. Where is this? How do I keep getting that to happen? That's really weird. Okay, yeah, I've been here. So yeah, this just... Did this all seriously, like, surface out of the frickin' swamp or something? What the hell? Also, hang on a second. There's a switch back here. I totally missed it. I saw the... I got the ammo and I missed the switch. Son of a bitch. They put switches behind everything in this. Hexen's Red Hot. Because isn't it Frank's Red Hot? We put that shit on everything? Well, it's Hexen's Red Hot. We put those switches behind everything. Alright, is there anything else that I want to check on, though? Yes, okay, so this opened like an entire interior area that was not available before. Because we went around this earlier, we just didn't go into it. That's wild. That's some, like, East 4 shit in terms of, like, you know, the previous empire just fucking rising out of the forest. Alright, so where does this go? It goes to Darkmere for some reason. I don't think I have a reason to be here right now, so that's not even a good prize. So, I guess I'm just gonna go here. Then I can go back here. Then I can go somewhere else. Because the other place that we need to go is the Caves of Circe, I think. While we're here... I mean, we have to go in here anyway. While we're in here, I might as well have a look at what we're looking at here. Yeah, we're just one switch away now. Wait. We're one switch away, but it's not a swamp switch. What does that... The first one that I did had this graphic on it, and I guess, like, the background of that does look like the cave key insignia, but that's actually confusing, because like I said, I thought this was the first one I lit up. Even before I had the cave key. Maybe I'm misremembering, but I thought it was that one. So that's actually strange. So maybe the insignias here don't necessarily correspond. I thought they corresponded to, like, what keys you needed to get to them. But, like, by that logic, the remaining one should be a swamp insignia, and it's not. I think we already just got the 2 swamp insignia ones. Either that or the last one won't even be where we're going. And I'll have to go hunting for it. Alright, so this one was the one that was, like, the furthest west on the map. Yeah, I need to go the other way to get to that. It should be in here. Wait, is it right here or is it the next? Yeah, it's right here. Okay. There's the switch. We've done all 6. Now the question is, how do we get to the secret level? Or does it just open up because we've done all 6? But like in the first hub, we had to do other stuff. Literally all that's in here, though, is that one final switch and a portal that presumably brings us back. Or it could bring us to Darkmere again, which I absolutely have no reason to be in. No, not there. Alright, let's go have a look out here and see if things have changed. Where was it? It was here. It's open. It's just there. As soon as you have all 6 switches done, you can get into the secret level. Oh, right, this thing. Okay. So I forget if this actually, like, displays stuff. This is actually an interesting level, the way this is set up. You basically have to hunt these guys down. Did I just do it? Like, immediately? I just did it immediately. A door opened on the Forsaken Outpost. What the hell is the Forsaken Outpost? So, this level actually has a gimmick. I made it look completely pointless. The way this level works is... So you saw there were a few Ettins crawling around. If I had not killed all of those quickly enough, more of them would have spawned in. And basically you have like a certain amount of tries to kill all of them. And if you fail, it'll just keep spawning them in until they kill you. Like, at a certain point, it's like, alright, you had your chance, you failed, have fun, dying. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. But what the hell is the Forsaken Outpost, though? Because I'm pretty sure that's not a map that I've seen yet. Where the hell am I now? Oh, I'm probably right where I was. Yeah, okay, this is the way out from that. Oh, I missed it. I was trying to land on that thing, and I failed. Alright, well now... it is ostensibly time to go through the big silver door. We should have all... yeah, it's open. Hi. He was just minding his own business. Just killed 2 dudes. Okay. I don't know if this is a point of no return. Forsaken Out... was it Forbidden Outpost or Forsaken Outpost? Whatever it was, I haven't been there. And this is the hypostyle. And yeah, we can't go back. Store won't open yet. Is it seriously, like, referencing a far future map? It might be... I honestly forgot whether it did that. And it might be doing that. I'm gonna look it up, and I'm gonna take a break before we do this stage anyway. Forsaken Outpost is literally in the 4th hub. We're in the 2nd hub. So we gotta just remember that for half of the game. And it will be something that opens way later. I forgot this game had something that carries that far forward, which is actually, like, that makes it all the more interesting and appropriate that the Hammerwatch custom campaign actually does, like, give you keys that are permanent across all of the hubs, and there are doors in later hubs that benefit from the earlier keys that were, like, secret. Alright, we will do the hypostyle in a little bit, and we can basically get to the point of being even with my Hammerwatch campaign playthrough by the end of today. Of course, I'm not going to be getting back to that Hammerwatch campaign until at least a week from now, because Next Fest is this coming week. The arpeggio that the harp is doing here is, like, exactly the same as the arpeggio that gets done in one of the, Heretic, BGMs, if I recall correctly. And it uses, like, the other sound that you're hearing as the lead in this song. Interesting. Alright. I'll take a break, we'll come back, and hopefully we can get through the hypostyle and, clear this hub. Alright, we're back. Hey, Mystic Serpents. Also, I was late reading Dead Camper's Power Metal cover art come to life comment about this game. You have to see the artwork at the end of Heretic Episode 3. You want to talk about Power Metal cover art? Alright, so we're up to the Hypostyle, which should be the final map of the second hub. So, main goal is to finish the second hub today, which is decent progress given that I hadn't even finished the first hub yesterday, but I also, like, started a bit late yesterday because I was finishing Harmony first, and then I also, like, got more confused than I should have. So we've been faring better in this hub, actually. Which isn't to say that I didn't almost miss, like, at least 2 things, that were, like, hidden behind other things. This hub really likes to do that. Dark Mirror in particular really likes to do that. Anyway, timer's back on. Oh, right, this is the map with the frickin', like, compass set piece. Now, like, I've been making a lot of, like, comments having to do with, like, my experience playing the custom campaign that somebody made for Hammerwatch that basically recreates Hexen in it. Like, it's not one-to-one in terms of, like, exact map design, but it does carry forth a lot of the ideas. The way that it uses keys and where it puts the puzzle, switches and how many of them there are is different. I think so far each of the 2 hubs, I played the first 2 hubs in the Hammerwatch custom campaign, and I think it had 3 more switches in each of them, so like there were 6 instead of 3 in 7 Portals, and then there were, I think, 9 instead of 6 in Shadowwood. Right, so like there were 6 switches like in the actual like main building in the Shadowwood hub. Like in the central map, but then there were 3 elsewhere, I think, too. Alright, so right now this seems to be pointing that way. What the? I just got yeeted into the room, dude. What the fuck? I'm probably gonna die now. Alright, never mind. Everything's under control. Okay. Let's save here. Weird how this map number is lower than the hub map was. Are we really just platforming across? Like, can I actually just do this? And then do that, and then wait? Like, that kind of trivializes it, actually. Oh, that guy's not trivializing it. Did that hit him anyway? Okay, apparently we really do have splash damage. That explains how I killed 2 enemies at once earlier. Alright, now I suppose I can just run back. That reopens this. Now it's pointing that way. So yeah, like the Hammerwatch campaign even recreated how you're supposed to go one by one through these rooms. And I got yeeted in again. I don't think the Hammerwatch campaign replicated the getting yeeted into the room. Not dead. You weren't? Oh, we got a segment of Quietus. I don't think we got any of those in the first hub. Or if we did, I freaking missed it. But I'm pretty sure you get multiple chances at that anyway. Although I do think they're kind of intentionally placed. That's still not open yet. I mean, I just hit the switch, right? What's going on? Why am I still locked in here? Oh, because there's another... Because there's another switch and this guy's corpse is on it, so I totally didn't see it. Okay. Weird, though, that there were two. The first one just, like, spawned in one more Etten. Alright, now we're going this way. Did I hear some, centaurs? Yes, I did. What? Oh, you actually fucking... You cheeky bastard. I don't think I ever managed to get their hammer reflected. It might have happened, like, once and I didn't realize it. The splash damage definitely does help kill things faster. Whoa, okay. I almost got shoved right into a crusher, so, you know, that's great. I should also save, because I haven't in a bit. Why are all of these quiet? That's weird. That's a lot of you. Ow. I did that to myself. Is that all of them? I guess so. Over here, where there's actual mana for what I'm using right now. That got him anyway. Like, seriously, the splash damage is kind of ridiculous. So now what are we doing? There's a third one. So I think we're done. I'm surprised it didn't disable the crushers. Alright, and now we're going this way. Wait, there's a portal right there, though. Where did the portal go? Oh, we can actually go back. I couldn't remember if we were allowed to actually go back. But I guess we are allowed. Because I legitimately did not remember that. Yeah, because initially you get thrown in here. But then that lets you go back. Alright, in that case I'll save over that. I'm just going to be whiffing at Afrits. Oh, that got 2 for 1, though. Might have also got 2 for 1. Doesn't seem like a good prize. Oh dear. We got 3 symbols here. Do those correspond to something? There's portals over there. Okay, well, I can't help but notice there's a symbol there. Cool, I don't know how that worked, but I'll take it. The symbol I saw was that one. Does that mean I won? Yeah, and either of the other ones warps you back. Okay, did that open? Yeah, now all of the sides are flat. Hi. Still don't know how I end up getting the big punch on the second. And this is still blocked. So Oh, what haven't I done? What I haven't done is fight these guys. Excuse me? Where'd you come from? Yeah, his club went flying. I saw another one in here. Was I gone so long that you fell asleep? Hello, there's another Etten behind me. I forgot about this, and as soon as I heard that, I was like, wait a minute. Does this game do that? Yeah, this game does that. We've got a bird friend. Not really. Yep, okay. I can't believe it's not, whichever of the two Quake mission packs had a freaking jerk dragon boss thing. Oh shit, well, I'm dead. I was hoping it was gonna, like, infight with something else. Oh, now it is. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. Now it's pissed at everybody. That was the wrong file. It doesn't actually lock you in, though, so I can actually just, like, pick at things from here. How did I get hit by all that? Let's get rid of all the peripheral bosses first, or, you know, peripheral enemies. I'm just kind of ignoring it and not stopping. Alright, did we kill everything else? Yes. There's also stairs on this side. Where does this bring me to? Alright. Well, I figure we actually have to fight the darn thing, but I'm assuming this other portal is, yeah, still barred. That's probably the exit to the entire hub. Dude, what? Problem is I can't bloody see the damn thing. It's practically invisible. And then it turns your screen red and you still can't see it or anything else. What? It's over there. Okay. This might be a good time to, like, use stuff that I haven't been using at all. When the hell did I pick up a Molotov? Yeah, so this makes you invincible temporarily. There's one thing that is bugging me about this, and that is I still haven't found Wings of Wrath anywhere. Am I seriously just, like, stuck here? They really don't give you a way out of this, huh? That looks like it should be an elevator, but it's not. I guess you're just stuck there if you fall in. That's hard to believe. Yeah, where the heck... Could I have found Wings of Wrath somewhere before I came in here? Let's just leave him there for a second. Because in the first hub, we found Wings of Wrath. Well, you did have to kind of go out of your way to find them. Yeah, Wings of Wrath lets you fly for the entire hub once you find it. the first hub, it was like basically right before the end of the hub. And I have to imagine there's wings in this hub because there were places that I wouldn't be able to get to without them. So I am inclined to check the secret map again. That's right, the secret map was like one frickin' room, though. Oh, I can get more mana anyway. The secret room was one map, and then it gives you a reward later. I do have Wings of Wrath. When the fuck did I get the Wings of Wrath? I stopped scrolling when I got about there. I already have them. And I legitimately don't know when I got them. Okay, hey, I actually hit the thing so I didn't take fall damage. This is the problem with not having any kind of console scroll back and the messages just show up for like a split second. I must have just tripped over it at some point and did not notice. So that means two things. One, I should be able to have a slightly fairer fight against this guy. Because I can just use this. I don't remember what the Crater of Might does, actually. Maybe I should use one of those against it. Alright, where can I actually, like, see you? I cannot hit you worth a damn, dude. Maybe I should use the torch here just so I can actually see shit. Kind of insulting that that's my best use case for a torch. I'm pretty sure I got this torch in the first hub. I cannot hit you worth a damn. The problem is if I run out of hammer... Ow. If I run out of hammer, then, like, that's it. It's over. Actually, wait, do I even need to fight you? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I need to actually fight you. And it doesn't have to stop moving to fire or anything either. Like, should I actually try to swoop in? This is bound to end badly. Uh-huh, like that. It hasn't actually stopped to do, like, a super barrage. Well, I have a feeling I just kind of, like, landed on it somewhere and didn't notice. Bonk. It's so hard to see this guy, though. Seriously. What are my keys for this again? He's stuck. That was it. I only hit him like 5 times, I feel like. Well, he's dead. Cool. Now what? Does that unbar the exit? How do I get out of here again? There it is. Yeah, now that's open. I don't want to go through there yet. I want to go back first. What? Okay, that was weird. I, like, went through, but apparently I didn't go through enough. Okay, so I want to go back to Dark Mirror one more time. Well. For potentially multiple reasons. Okay, that did come back out over here, I guess. Okay, so one of the pits is actually like, that end part of the map. Did I go I did go through there, yeah. Okay, so one of the pits literally would lead back. Oh. Oops. Was that how I got in here the first time? No. It came down. I didn't even know you could do that. What the fuck? Okay. Oh, I'm just gonna go back out up there then. I honestly forget what the hell was in here. Oh, yeah. That was, I think, was the last switch there? Or not the last switch, but one of the switches. There was something right there. And was there anything behind that? I don't know, I didn't check. But that's not what I'm interested in right now, I don't think. Alright, where do I want to be? Where's the cave network? The cave network is this way. There were a couple of places that I could not cross in the cave network. And they were both right here. One of them just has a bird. So there's literally no reason to even bother with that. And the other one also just has a bird. There's literally no reason to even do that. What the hell, dude? Actually, what's really weird, though, is that wall doesn't show up on the map. What the hell? It's just not... Neither of those walls are painted on the map. What were they thinking? Like, you couldn't possibly wake up those birds. Because they were tucked all the way in the corner. Why? What was the point of that? That is extremely strange. Okay. Well, that's what was there. And then this is effectively a shortcut to where the portal is. And this was one of the jerk switches. But that one I spotted right away. Okay. I wanted to go the other way again, just to remind myself what was over there. So let's land. I think one of those hit the rock. Yeah, so this was the other one. Well, yeah, it was one of the puzzle switches right there. And that goes back to Wasteland, which I don't have any reason to be in ever again, I don't think. And you can see right here, there was a jerk switch behind that portal. So it's like, if you just rush through and leave, then you miss something. Alright, I think we're ready to, all this hub done now. If I would stop walking into trees. Don't fall in there. Now I can rescue myself, though. I'm definitely gonna look up where the wings actually were that I got without noticing that I got them. Where the hell am I going, dude? Here we go. Oh, hang on a second. There was blue mana right here. I need that. Okay, and we're gonna go through this. Oh. First we're gonna beat this guy up. save here one last time, and that is the end of your second hub. Your mind still reeling from your encounters within the hypostyle, you stagger toward what you hope is a way out. Things seem to move faster and faster. Your vision blurs and begins to fade. As the world collapses around you, the brightness of a teleportal engulfs you. Flash of light, and then you climb wearily to your feet. You stand atop a high tower. From below came the screams of the damned. You step forward, and instantly the sound of demonic chanting chills your blood. By all the gods of death, what place have you come to? By all the gods of pain, how will you ever find your way out?
Worship me, and I may yet be merciful.
Yeah, no.
Then again, maybe not.
Favorite line of the game. Okay. And now we are in Heresiarch's seminary. And I think this is where I will stop for now. Still trying to figure out how these frickin' map numbers work, because, like, we were at 13 and now this is throwing me into 27? I don't understand how these map numbers work. Like, is the fourth hub before the third hub in terms of map numbers? I don't know. But yeah, this is where we will start whenever I get back to this. It doesn't make sense to start this now because I would be leaving in like half an hour or less. I would kind of like to get to this before I actually continue the Hammerwatch custom campaign. So, like, for the first two, I was starting this thought before, and I probably interrupted myself mid-thought. But for the first two hubs, I have been talking a lot about how the Hammerwatch campaign reference these as I'm, like, replaying this and refreshing my memory and realizing what it was referencing. But I would like to ideally actually play this first, and then appreciate the references in the Hammerwatch campaign when I get back to that. The dude offers you a deal and straight up tells you he'll probably not hold up his end of the bargain. Yeah, I mean, that immediately makes Korax more honest than an AI bro. So, like, if I had to choose between Korax and Elon Musk, I would make a deal with Korax. I still wouldn't want to make a deal with either of them, though. Or, you know, Korax and Sam Altman, I guess, is a more direct comparison. Elon Musk, there are multiple things going on there, but, I mean, Grok is one of them. But yeah, I mean, like, everyone remembers the "Greetings, mortal. Are you ready to die?" But I don't know if as many people remember the, you know, "Worship me and I may yet be merciful." Then again, maybe not. I just really like the "then again, maybe not." Alright. So I did save, right? Yeah, so we're good for now. Let me see what I can send us off to. But we'll come back to this, depending on how many demos I find. Probably not next weekend, probably the weekend after that. And I'm guessing I'll have still enough demos left over from things to occupy me for 2 weeks. Then week of Next Fest, which is next week, and the week after it. But we'll see how things go. But I am thinking of getting back to the Hammerwatch campaign for this, potentially next, before we go into East 5 things again. What is this game? Gonna go ahead and guess it's another Souls-like, but let me see what it is. I'm looking up what Dangerous is playing right now. Oh no, what the heck is this? Have I seen this before? It's a horror game. I feel like I've seen this at some point, but I don't know if I've seen anybody play it. For some reason, Steam claims that this game is similar to Control and Doom Eternal. I'm sorry, I don't see it, though. I might send this to Dangerous. Wow, this game came out, like, 8.5 years ago? I'm surprised it's that old. I feel like I heard of it much more recently than that. Alright, yeah. Let's go watch Dangerous play Yomawari Midnight Shadows. So yeah, we'll come back to this probably in a couple of weekends. We're gonna have a whole lot of demos. The next week, at least. Hopefully I can find enough of them tomorrow afternoon. I might even start tonight. I found the press preview page, so I might start looking for them tonight. And see if I can get a head start on that. But thanks for watching today. Hope you have a good rest of your weekend and a good week. Stay safe, and hope to see you for some demos over the course of the next week and change, probably.